The next thing, the hardest thing of all of this, is actually playing the tune or working with the chord changes. On the sheet that accompanies this, I have the chords in the order that they should be played, but I'll just go through it with you here for a second. This again is Yellow Submarine by the Beatles. In the town where I was born lived a man who sailed the sea, and he told us of his life in the land of submarines. Don't worry about my singing. You're not going to sing. It doesn't matter. Just giving you some context. You're switching the chords. There isn't a big, complicated strum pattern. It's simply strum, 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 strum. All the directions are going to be down. Don't have to worry about alternating what your hand's doing. You just have to focus on switching the actual chords, okay? People, a lot of my students that I've had have wondered, how many times do I have to work through actually switching these chords before I know it, though, like how long is this going to take me? I'm bored. I don't want to have to do this my whole life, and I don't want to have to, worry about this. I want to play some tunes. And I tell them it's basically 400. If you can switch from a G to a D about 400 times, you're going to be able to play it moderately well, at least enough to make yourself reasonably satisfied. Of course, I've played this, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of times at this point. I've been playing for years, so yeah, I played the basic chords. But if you're just starting out, if you get through about 400, you're probably going to feel okay. Now, you might be saying, 400, that's too many, that's so long, I don't have that kind of time, but wait, hold up. If it takes you 3 seconds to switch from G to D, 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, bam, and you do that 400 times, that's about 20 minutes of practice. So it's not too much practice. Give it the time. It's going to make you a better player. Practicing all of these chord changes, though, in a row is not the best way to do it. There are 5 chords in this song. It doesn't mean that you should be just playing the song straight through. It should mean that you're focusing on every pair of chords that you could put together in there to switch between, or at least that happen within the order of the song. So the first pair of chords that I would work on, because of the first two in the song, are G and D. And instead of trying to use the rhythms and stay in tempo with the song, initially what I do is I go to metronomeonline.com, and metronomeonline.com, it's a great resource, go there. And what I do is I put the metronome at 80 beats per minute, okay? And I've done this with basically every easy chord or difficult chord that I've ever had to learn, and even now in my own practice these days. It's just very useful. You use a strum pattern that's 4 beats long, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Strum on the first beat, and then use the next 3 beats to switch. Now I don't have Metronome Online loaded up around me right now, so I'm just going to make some clicking noises with my mouth. Forgive me. But it would be something like this. So I do this until I'm comfortable with the switch. 1 strum, 3 clicks to switch at 80 beats per minute. When I'm good with that, I move up to the next rung, which I have on that sheet. I believe it's 92 beats per minute, and then the next rung and the next rung. 4 different tempos, ranging from 80 beats per minute up to 120 beats per minute. It's just a nice, comfortable way of building up your speed between switching chords. Then, when you're done with 120, if you're feeling pretty good, then you go back down to 80, and you do a little bit harder strum pattern, which would simply be 2 strums, 2 switches, okay? And you keep doing that, running through that range of tempos until you get up to 120, 4 strums for 4 beats with no switches. So you're doing, you know. If you're able to do that, then it's pretty obvious that you're going to be able to go back in this tune or a bunch of other tunes and just be comfortable and be ready to play these songs. Okay. Strumming is more difficult than this generally. This is an introduction to playing basic chords and strumming something in time. If you want to start worrying about using some more complicated strum patterns, check out my strumming and picking video, or check out my bar chords video if you feel like this basic chord stuff is too easy for you. All these videos that I have up are basics, all right? These are essential things that you need to know. These are not difficult things. They're things that you should focus on and feel comfortable with. Make sure you're using your practice time wisely when you're doing this. You don't want to sit around. This is not a good practice technique. And be looking around and not paying attention to what you're doing. Focus on it. Pay attention to the sound. If you don't like the way the chord sounded, if you made a G and it sounded like this, don't say that's okay. Say, I'm going to do that again until it sounds the best that you can make it sound for the day, or something that satisfies you, all right? Practice, practice, practice every day if you can. This is another thing where you want to put in, you know, probably 20, 30 minutes each day, and it's really going to benefit you as a player, especially when you're just starting out. Hope this was helpful, guys. Check that paper if you need some more instruction or some references, and I'll see you next time.